Hi, welcome back to the channel. Just got a quick build for you today, which was a build request, and I'm squeezing this in by just not doing any cinematics or anything. It's just going to be in-game footage. I was asked to recreate a Ferrari FXX. Well, I've done the one based on the Stradale, of course, but I was asked to do this one, the one based on the Enzo, and I think I'm right in saying this was the first of the FXXs. And I had a look and I thought initially, well, is it really possible, especially because, as you know, every single one was red with a white stripe up the middle, and we can't do the white stripe even if we paint it red, and I wasn't sure about a black stripe. But then I remembered Michael Schumacher. He had the only black FXX in existence made specially for him. Well, of course we can do black. We mix black with a black nose cone. So here we have Michael Schumacher's Ferrari FXX. Now we're going to see, as we take this into the workshop, that we are pretty limited in our build options on the car. And I've got one or two alternatives, one or two parts. But overall, it is something at least a little bit different to do with the car, and I was certainly pleased to get the request and give this a go. So let's pop it inside and take a look. Okay, the build is very simple because this car is old and it has very, very few options. So armour and all the performance parts are up to you, same as the bulletproof tyres. But bits that matter, for the exhaust, we do want two sets of round exhaust. I'd rather they were a bit chromier, but as you can see, dual exit exhaust is the closest. On down to the number plate. I can't have my Ferrari plate, it's one of the ones Rockstar's hidden, but put on whatever plate you can. For the respray, really simple, classic black. Whoops, classic black. Looks ever so close to the photos. And okay, we do have this slightly more carbon in the middle, but it's really not showing too much. It works very well. For the interior, which is what the secondary is, I've gone again in a classic black. It affects the stitching, although if we look inside, there's still some subtle red stitching anyway. For the spoiler, well, I do wish that we could have the FXX spoiler. This was in the days before they did this sort of thing round here. It's not a very high, it's not a very dramatic spoiler. It's sort of this spoiler divided into two parts, and so I think the standard spoiler works the best because that just looks worse, even though you do get the bits on the edge. The carbon wing is just completely different and the GT wing is different. So stock on the spoiler. Suspension I rather like lowered. There should be a little bit of a gap up here. Transmission turbo, as we said, up to you. Now the wheels, I have gone for the high five from the street category because we've got 5 sets of double spokes that are getting thinner towards the edge of the wheel. They do of course have these tiny little bits that extend round the corner that don't work, but to me they are the closest. They are what I'm going to use, but there's some alternatives I'm going to give you, and we're going to start by doing something weird perhaps and painting the wheels red. And then we're going to have a look in the high-end category, because the very back of the high-end category has wheels with a red lip, and Schumacher's car has a red lip around the wheels, and it would be lovely to reference that red lip. As you flip through them, none of them are the right wheel style, we can say that straight away. However, I feel the least bad of them probably is the Carbonic Z. So if you want to reference the red rim, Carbonic Z from the high end, painted red. Otherwise, of course, you're going to stay painted black. And there's a few, I'll see if I can find them for you. In the sport category, the Low Speed, these are used very often as Ferrari wheels for obvious reasons. They're pretty close. The sort of double parts of each spoke are squeezed together, but they definitely work. And to an extent, although you probably think Mercedes, so do the diamond cut. They're like the correct wheels with an extra piece in. So they are 2 more options You could even maybe try Superlux, but honestly I'd rather go with High Five. And you might even find one or two more. So that is the wheels. Now when it comes to the glass on the car, again you have choices. There's too much glass here. This should be a smaller cutout clear window. There should be much less at the back. So you could just say, well, I'll go limo to remove the glass look for a lot of it, but then where are your side windows? I think clear is just too clear because of all the extra, so I've just gone light smoke as a sort of average on the windows, and that completes the build on Michael Schumacher's Ferrari FXX. Well, there we go, the Michael Schumacher FXX. Hope you enjoyed that. As this car only looks a reasonable amount like the Enzo, and as it has so few build options, I'd be very interested to hear what you've done with yours. Have you just said, look, let's just paint it red with the most appropriately coloured silver wheels? Have you had a go at an FXX or what? I find these older cars, I think, a little difficult, and it's interesting to find out what other people have done with them. I'm going to put this out today, which is Friday, so the next video will be the very last of the deep dive series. That's going to be coming out quite shortly on Sunday, usually around 5 o'clock our time. And also I shall put up a notice fairly soon when I can be sure of the time, but I'm thinking 3 o'clock UK time on Sunday for our PC car meet to buy and sell discontinued cars, etc., do a bit of racing, have a bit of fun, so that'll be coming up soon. Anyway, I'm almost back at my garage, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did like it, sub if you like real cars in GTA, and as always, thank you so much for watching.